7:19 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8/19/2011. We have a beautiful trade that MMT is involved in, and the identity of the turning where this made a 0.24 ratio and didn't go lower at 73 cents a teeny line, that equaled 2.82 negative ratio at that low. And then we have progressively been making a half delta above half delta 5.3. This is breaking higher ratios here in our platform, and right now the teeny value is 8.46 teeny breakout at 96 here, equaling $6.15, and continuing to break stronger. Leo, when did you identify the trade?
Well, I came to this chart a little late. I opened it up and saw this confirmation second long bar here. It's over 3 teenies. So I got in about 183.50 and rolled that up the next bar. I kept a tight stop on it, and the next bar actually took out my stop, but the IR bounced again, so I got back in and took a few pennies on the next candle, and with another fairly tight stop. So with that wick took that stop out, but I got short on the next one and actually took just a few pennies on that reversal right there.
Mm-hmm. That was one, two, and that was three. 2 teenies at 73 cents, so that was $1.40 reversal. Okay.
I didn't get all of that, but the doji indicated to me that, and it was, the IR was still fairly strong, that this, and the 10 and 20 minute were heading up at a very sharp angle, that this would break out more. So I got back in and took a few a nice couple of teenies there. The third candle there with that long wick down took nice. Me out on that. Yeah. Okay. Actually the IR dropped to 80 at that point, and I was wondering how far that would go, if it would break down there.
As long as you're above 75, you're going to hold that teeny line and you'd stay in.
Okay. And then it really started to rip. I mean,
that was just a teeny reversal, but look at where the body closes up here at that teeny line. That's the strength right there.
Right.
And look at the elevation. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I was watching the platform's half bar, and once it broke through the half bar and closed above that half bar, I got in again, and I'm up 100 pennies on that since the half bar.
Wow.
On a long position.
So when you executed at the correct time of what you've been taught to do, and you are trading ratio dollar above the previous half bar right now, and you want to maintain that ratio, if it starts to fall weak, you would scale out a half up at the highs, Leo.
Okay.
And because you're 0.54, so you'd scale out a half right now. And we'll watch this 95 and higher up here, see, and taking some money off the table of that 100 pennies. That's a dollar movement right there now. Of that,
right.
So that's higher than a delta or a teeny. So you would sell into half now, and we'll see what happens here at 85 at this teeny line. If we start to deteriorate anymore, then we'll just take the other half off the table. Okay. And I'll tell you what, we will take the other half off at the table, even though that this isn't a closing 3-minute bar. But 100 pennies on 500 shares is $500, and those are good wages, sir. Start selling in to, if we come up, and if this starts to fall toward 87, then sell the other half.
Right.
And you'd be knowing that you're locking in the higher end of that dollar ratio movement that you currently have. Okay? And so we'll watch that right there. And this is all live, everyone. So he has 100 pennies made on using the half bar, right, Leo?
That's right.
Okay. And
since the last half bar, yeah.
Right. And you learned that if the platform tells you the higher penny ratio above the previous half bar, the stronger the pullback will be, right?
Right. No anxiety on these trades.
Oh, nice. And we'll go ahead and just kind of pause it. But once again, on the opening bell on a monthly options expiration, that means that the call side of the market's getting paid today. Yesterday, this was not happening. Um, Yesterday was roll up, roll over Beethoven day. And you have those kind of days in bear market bottoms. And how the last Friday's trade was where people wanted to own stocks going into the close. You made a Thursday bottom and a Friday close in the positive territory. Here we are on a Friday, and we're breaking higher on an options monthly expiration right down to the time period of 7:25. We're not even a 60-minute price action bar yet, but Leo, stay in the trade. It's perfect. Let's see what the brain says. It's 95. So that's why you sell half into the move. And you can keep the other half knowing that the pullbacks are strong, 97, and let the other half of your trade run. That was always the right deal, knowing when to exit half of your entry and let this other half work. It's working.
It is.
Because that 0.58 is right up there at the high of 0.59. And it's trying to break it right now. And if it does, you're going to break up another 73 pennies. That's another teeny. But you have to break that 59. We're at 58 live here with MMT Leo live in action. Buying half bar breakouts on Amazon.com. First hourly trade coming into play in 4 minutes. So Leo, tell me what you're going to do now. You have half of the other shares, right?
That's right.
Okay. And you took some profits of that 100 pennies for
I
what
did.
it was willing to give. And that made you feel good
Oh, yeah.
as making a market. And now you got the other half. And the thing about it is, if we want to keep going and keep staying up here, we got to break that 0.59. And you're in tune with this ratio, Leo?
Yes, I am. The next half bar is at 189.79.
Is that this one here?
Let me see.
On
got
my
my
screen.
own chart up here.
I'm just identifying it right here. You're talking
I'm
about
not
the
reading.
previous. Are you talking about previous
there it
half
is.
bar?
The next 189.79. The previous half bar is at
Right here.
188.33. The half bar. The 5 ace
Okay.
up is 189.79.
Wow. Look at, you're about to break 5.9, Leo.
Mm-hmm. That's that high.
And it's at 99. Look at
99.
here.
Sure, she could still go.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're still in play for it, though, aren't you?
That's right.
So if Leo...
Half my shares. I'm up
Okay.
another 65 pennies on that last half shares yet.
Oh, nice. And you're burning at 97 here, Leo. And you just made a ratio high, 61, 62 printing. You're breaking higher. Look at that live breakout. Here, let's just get this little piece of this last breakout right here. There it is. That's 15. That's a 3. That's a teeny. That's a 9. That's a teeny. That's a 12. That's a teeny. That's a 15. Price action breakout Leo. Look at that thing burn at 100. Look at that ratio high being made. Whoa, we just printed 64 and that thing is still going. Look at that. So you can see where each line, right, Leo, was 73 pennies and how they work on that side. Quite different than yesterday, eh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fun.
It is. It's true. Because that's what's happening. 64. And we're still in half of the other shares. It's smart to take a profit here. And his ascending calculations are going his direction. And the strength is here. And you're elevated 63, about to break another ratio high, which takes it through the teeny line there. Let's see. 64, 63, $7.48 movement in the total breakout in the first hourly trade. Monthly options expiration in Amazon. Here's the last 15-minute price action breakout of the hourly trade. So you got a block of 15 in here now. All right, and in this 15-minute bar on your 15-minute chart, it'll show very positive. And you got the rising moving averages. That's what you were talking about, right, Leo?
Yes.
Did you look at the math between them on the ascending calculation?
Yes, I did, in the brain,
Okay.
on the deltas.
All right. And they gave you a confirmation? So you can understand why the price action would be strong, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got MMT Ken to thank for pointing me in the right direction on how to use these appropriately.
Oh, good.
Yeah, got a lot of help from him.
Oh, that's so nice. And that's understanding that ascending teeny up breakout price action. And you're still in it, Leo.
I
And
am.
you might break the highs. Look at that. Uh-oh, 60 year 4 ratio. So here you are at that teeny top. Now, we'll stay with this as long as this doesn't go below 91. And you would want to have, so you could sell a quarter of your other shares that you have right up here at the highs and lock in this one here right now. Go ahead. You don't have to sell all of it. Sell 25% of it, of what you have left of your 50%. You sell right in here.
I'm out of that 25, yeah.
Okay, now, and you still have a little piece of left, but you've been scaling out, and you have like 165 pennies. That's $1.65 in your trade. And 500 shares, that's a pretty good amount. Or 100 shares or 300 shares. And then scaling out of a position is also appropriate when dealing in price action and locking in profits, because he's dealing with this breakout right here. Right here. This is what he's dealing with. And he's dealing with 0.64 was that high. He's dealing with that. And he's dealing with selling some more of it out. And he's still elevated. And as long as it doesn't close below that teeny line, he'll stay in it. If it does come down and comes up, then he'll limit out the rest of his shares and lock in the total profits here. Right, Leo?
That's right. Yes, very nice technique.
It is. So there it is. It's hitting it now, and he still has 25%. He already sold out again. He sold out some here, and he sold out some here, and he's still in at the teeny line. And he's at 91. As long as if it goes below the teeny line and then comes up, then he can sell the other half there and just lock it in, and you'll have his total pennies.
All your indexes are pulling back.
All right. Indexes are pulling back. All right, Leo, go ahead and sell the other 25%. We'll conclude that price action breakout MMTs with your MMT Leo right along here, taking this portion of the penny breakout that it was willing to give, and then scaling out here, and then having to close above the teeny line. The other 25%, he has to, if it goes down below it and it comes back up, you're okay. But if it goes below it and it comes back up and it becomes resistance, you scale out of the high on the other 25%, or you can just lock in total profits. It is very strong. Live entry MMTs here and now. Today's date, 7:33 a.m. We're an hour and 3 minutes into the tape. And we're featuring the Amazon breakout. This was the last stages of it during this time frame. Thank you so much for the participation with your live entries. You see where the turn is happening, Leo? And then we'll conclude this. Yeah. All right. Now we look at sell and short, the pullback. So you got a teeny, two teenies. Okay. What did you do?
I went short on that.
Okay. Wow, Leo. You got short as you were exiting out of your other shares, huh?
Yeah, 99 pennies. I got
nice.
It.
How many penny?
Yeah.
How many penny reversal we have going?
See, it's almost a full teeny. I didn't catch all of that.
Well, that teeny is 73 pennies, though. What do you have? 50 pennies of the 73? Nice trade. Reversal.
Thank you.
This has to drop below 85. 0.53 is here. I'll put it on pause and we'll see how it continues. We do have, Leo, you have a 1-2 teeny reversal of $1.46 in these penny range. So tell me what you're going to do and what you're looking for. As long as you're below 85 here, you already know that that teeny line will be resistance, right? But if you get to 85 here, you start getting right price above it. It's not closed, but look at how weak it is, and it's below what?
Is at 33 pennies. It just went below that, but it's right there at that. But it's showing a little bit more weakness at 83.
It sure is.
So as long as it stays below 85 on the IR, it'll probably break through. No, we went to 86. So I kept up
Well,
there. I'm out.
right.
I put a tight stop on it, and I put a tight stop thinking it might bounce off the teeny line, and it stopped me out.
Okay, so you got your profits out of 146 penny reversal only, right?
Right.
Okay, we're going to conclude that. And the thing about it is, for the other MMTs, 300 shares out of 146 pennies, you take 120 pennies, it still adds up. Not a bad debit. Great trade on the short, great trade on the long. Everything about it was done correct. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you.